Hi, Gloria. My name is Mitalia Perez. I'm from American Income Life. I talked to you yesterday about your benefits, your insurance benefits through your sister and her union. Um, I hope you don't mind. I set up so that I can go over these benefits with you, okay?
Okay.
Um, Now, did you talk with your sister about what she was able to do for your family and why I'm here today?
Not really, no.
Okay. Well, as you know, your sister is a member of a union. I don't know if you're familiar with unions like the firemen, electricians, Teamsters, and federal employees, but I'm sure that you've heard that they have some of the best benefits out there, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, American Income Life is the unionized company that provides the benefits for all these unions and associations. And your sister is a member in good standing with her union, and she was allowed to extend some of her American Income benefits to family members and those close to her. Now, do you know the difference between temporary and permanent benefits?
Sort of. I know that I have benefits from work, but
Okay. Well, we all have great benefits through work, but when we quit, leave, or retire from our jobs, we lose all or the bulk of those benefits. But your sister was able to do an amazing thing for you. If you qualify today, you'll have permanent benefits that will be with you for the rest of your life. So go ahead and thank her, okay?
Okay, yeah.
So, Gloria, what do you do for a living?
I'm in sales.
Okay, awesome. So that's probably a pretty exciting job.
Yeah, it can be hard though.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now, here's a copy of the letter that the union members received. As it says in the letter, um, my job is to bring by your benefits and explain your options. And when I'm finished, they have you fill out this report card. That's going to go back to the union so they know I've been here and done my job.
Okay, yeah.
As the letter explains, I'm here for 3 reasons: to inform you about the food banks, to explain the benefit package your sister qualified you for, and to see if you can qualify for anything permanent they have set up for members and their families. Now, let me ask you, have you ever been unemployed or laid off?
No.
Okay, the reason that I ask is that American Income collects food for members in the time of need, and the way they keep the food banks working is when we're at a member's home, they have us ask if you would like to donate a can or two of food or maybe some dry goods. Now, if that's something you'd like to do, remind me before I leave, and I'll collect those from you, okay?
Okay.
So, Gloria, this is your accidental death and dismemberment certificate.
Okay.
This covers you when you die in any type of an accident. American Income is the company that covers this benefit for you. It's non-contributory and non-participating, which means you don't have to pay for it or qualify for it because your sister extended this to you. It's already been taken care of. Pretty nice, right?
Oh, yeah, wow, that is nice. So, like, I just take it and that's it?
Well, you're gonna verify who you want here as a beneficiary, okay, and then you're gonna put it in a folder and you're gonna keep it somewhere in your home, so that when something happens to you, your family members will know exactly what to do. Okay. Okay. So this is your health discount card. Um, this is not health insurance, but this card will give you discounts on vision, prescriptions, hearing, and chiropractic services. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the service number.
Okay.
Um, the website also lists the providers in your area. So go ahead and fill in this middle section, and they'll send you a card that you can start receiving discounts. Pretty nice, right?
Yeah, wow.
So now, these are your child safe ID kits. You are familiar with the Amber Alert, right?
Yeah, I get them all the time.
Okay, well, police in our communities are actively searching for over 2,300 children each and every day. So this is a vital tool. Heaven forbid something happened to you or your children. So some things you're going to need to write in pencil, like height and weight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, there's an area here for distinguishing features. Braces, glasses, birthmarks.
Mm-hmm.
You'll put their fingerprints here.
Okay.
You'll put some nail clippings here for DNA purposes. Okay. And you're going to want to attach photos here, and you want to update them, like school, special occasions, that kind of thing. Okay. And so there's some information for parents on the back here. So I brought you one since you said you had a young niece.
I do, yeah. I would never forgive myself for something happened to her.
Yeah, so this is a very vital tool, so you can see how important it is, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so you do have a will set up, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you do. Wow, great.
Mm-hmm.
I heard of somebody so young having a will, but this is a family information guide.
Okay.
Most people are not that organized, so you're gonna want to put vital statistics, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is very important because when something happens to you, your family will know exactly what to do. And after you fill this out, you want to put it in a safe place at home. There's one for you, and I also brought an extra one just in case. Now on top is again where you're going to put the vital statistics. That's your name, birthday, social, etc. Have you ever been in the military?
No, I haven't.
Okay. And now persons to be notified, this is the most important part. Did you know that millions of dollars go unclaimed each year in life insurance because either the family doesn't know about the insurance, they don't know how to make a claim, or the company can't find the beneficiary.
Okay.
So what they are saying is to put down 5 people that are local in your area that can be there for you to help your family immediately when something happens to you.
Mm-hmm.
So who are the top 5 key people in your local area that can help you in the event of an emergency or death?
Probably my boyfriend Julian.
Okay.
Let's see, my friend Alan.
Okay.
Let's see, I have a cousin named Sergio.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So your estate information is going to go here. Now, you do have life insurance outside of work, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, if it's through work, you're going to want to write it in pencil because it's temporary. Okay, this is for your financial institution right here. Do you use checking or savings?
Both. Checking and
Okay. I want you to list that information here because when something happens to you, someone's going to have to close your account.
Okay.
Okay. Now, here are your funeral service and final requests. Have you ever had to plan a funeral?
No, I haven't.
Do you know if you want cremation or burial?
I think I want cremation.
Okay, well, either way, it's very expensive. Remind me before I go, part of the program takes care of all your final expenses, but you will need to qualify for that.
Okay.
So do you see how important this guide is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, now because your sister is a member in good standing with her union, they're allowing you to extend the same no-cost benefits package to the people in your life that are going to help out when something happens to you.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be receiving the same $2,000 accidental death and dismemberment certificate, health service discount card, family information guide, and child safe ID kits. Now they do have to qualify. They have to be over 21, live in the state, and be employed. Most members extend this to all their brothers, sisters, parents, and close friends. So,
Okay.
how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 2 sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are their names?
Izzy
Okay.
and Erin.
Okay. And we will. They're going to need their mailing address to get these out to them. So let's start with your sister, Izzy.
Izzy, yeah, she lives here.
Okay.
She lives in the state.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great. And so her address is 5508 Fernwood Circle,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes.
Okay. And her phone number is?
802 444 9018.
Okay, great. Now, you do text, right?
Yes, I
Okay, I'm going to send you a text. Let me know once you get it.
do. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay, go ahead and forward that text to everyone you extended these great benefits to. That way they have a heads up, okay? I'm going to wait.
Okay.
And the text is going to say I was able to sponsor some of my American Income insurance benefits made available through my union to you. My rep, Victoria Perez, is going to follow up and give you the details. Her number is 915-920-4813, okay?
Okay. All right, I forwarded all of them.
Also, now since your sister lives in the area, go ahead and give her a call so we can fill her in on what's going on. I'll wait while you do that.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay. Hi, Izzy. This is Migdalia Perez with American Income Life. They do many of the permanent insurance benefits for the police officers, firefighters, and veterans. I'm sitting here with your sister, and she arranged for you to receive a no-cost accidental death and dismemberment policy and benefits package. So my job is to get it delivered to you, so that you have it for your records and you know what to do when something happens. There's a certificate of coverage that I need to drop off to you along with some benefits she was able to recommend for you. It's very important. So what's the best time to drop this off to you? I better check. I have you listed at 5508 Fernwood Circle. Okay. So, and what shifts are you working? Okay, great. I can take care of this for you this evening at 6 o'clock. Does that work for you? Okay, great. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Gloria, since you didn't find out exactly what your sister did for you, I'll back up a bit.
Okay.
Now, as they mentioned in the letter, there's a program they've set up for members. In fact, this is the Labor Advisory Board.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It consists of 54 international labor and association leaders. They're very important because what they do is help advise and make recommendations as to where the gaps in your benefits are and what benefits people need. They've asked us to read this letter to each of the members, and since your sister sponsored you, I'll read it to you.
Okay.
Okay, you see, that's the reason that they were chosen to do the program for the unions, because they realized that typically 31 days after you leave your job, get laid off, or retire, you can lose all your insurance benefits, or they greatly reduce. These are permanent portable insurance benefits, and if you qualify, you keep them for the rest of your life. Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
And in fact, they don't just work with police, firefighters, and teachers. They work with over 40,000 groups, are rated A+, and have over 5 million members enrolled. So they must be doing something right, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure.
But just because your sister extended the benefits to you doesn't mean you're automatically allowed to enroll. You do have to qualify. If you're too high a risk, they can't let you in. So they have me ask you a couple of questions just to make sure. So have you ever had any arrests, including a DUI?
No, I have not.
Have you used tobacco or marijuana in the past 12 months?
No.
Okay. Do you take any prescription medications?
Nope.
Okay. Have you ever had any health issues in your lifetime? Any family history of cancer, diabetes, heart disease?
No.
Okay. So based on what you've told me, I'm not sure if you are qualified yet, but you do have a chance, so I can at least explain the benefits to you. Okay. The needs analysis determines needs based on 3 things: family situation, benefits you already have, and income. So what they have me do is ask you a couple of questions to see exactly what you might qualify for. Now, did your sister fill you in on the Our Power program?
No, what is that?
She didn't? Okay. Our Power is a very old principle that says members should take the first 2 hours of their weekly wage and set it aside to protect themselves and provide for their families. So now 2 hours of your wage each week is roughly 1/20th of your income, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's not going to change your lifestyle any, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Of course not. I mean, any financial planner would tell you to set aside between 10 and 15% of your income. Now, your program is based on 2 hours, which is only 5%, so all the members can usually afford it. Now, provided that you can qualify, they allow you to set aside between $20 and $100 a week. Every member has a different situation and different hourly wages. What I'm obligated to do is show you what setting aside your 2 hours combined will do and what kind of protection that will provide. Then when I'm done, the union would like to have your opinion on the report card that I showed you, and that goes directly back to them. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So Gloria, what do you make an hour?
I make like 15 an hour.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is show you what setting aside the $30 a week will do for you and your family. And just like in any other enrollment period, provided that you can qualify, there are forms that need to be filled out in person while I'm here. And that's not something we can do later on the phone. So be sure to stop me anytime you have a question. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay, now they're concerned with three major areas: accidental injuries, final expense, and paycheck protection. Okay, the first area that they're concerned with is when you're injured in any type of accident. Have you ever thought about what you'll do when you get injured in an accident?
Not really, no. I haven't thought about it.
Okay. Well, the Labor Advisory Board and American Income have covered a lot of things.
Oh, don't hit my dog.
Is there a way to maybe?
Get the dogs out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, guys, let's go.
Thank you. That
I'm
was very
so sorry.
courteous. No, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. I have dogs too. So, have you thought about what you'd do if you were injured in an accident?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, the Labor Advisory Board and American Income have given it a lot of thought. Now, their concern isn't your medical bills, of course. Um, those would be taken care of. You have health insurance to take care of that, and when it's job related, workers' compensation is there, and a lot of members have some form of disability. What they're concerned with is lost wages and other expenses that start adding up.
Yeah.
So when you end up in the hospital, even though your medical bills are taken care of, no one pays you to be there, right?
Right.
Okay, and so uh, when someone receives the phone call that something's happened to you, obviously they're going to drop what they're doing to go be there with you, right? So they're going to lose out also, right? So God forbid something happened to your niece, and then obviously nobody's going to be working, right?
Yeah.
So Gloria, when you or your kids get hurt in any kind of emergency room, and when I say kids, obviously I mean niece, they're going to send you $150 just for taking the time to go get the injury looked at. Now that's for any kind of accident, whether it's a scrape to your knee, stitches, or on and off the job, okay?
Yeah.
And that money comes to you here at home. The only exception is that when you have to stay overnight in the hospital, of course, they're going to send you $300. And they're going to send you that every day for up to a full year. Okay? Now, let me ask you, when that money comes in, will that help your family?
No. I mean, yes. I don't know.
Well,
I'm not sure.
Well, it's $300
Oh, yeah.
per day.
Yeah, it would. For
Right?
sure.
So obviously, that's going to be a huge help to your family. Now, the only exception is that when you have to stay in intensive care, they're going to send you $600. Okay, and they're going to send you $600 a day for up to 2 full weeks. And the reason why it's $600 is because usually when you're in intensive care, it's a life or death situation. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the second area that they're concerned with is your final expenses. Now, who's going to be responsible for taking care of your funeral and final expenses when something happens to you?
I mean, probably my boyfriend, like my family. Yes.
So your boyfriend probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, now let me ask you: have either one of you ever had to plan a funeral?
I know he has, and it was really stressful. So I wouldn't want to put him through that.
Right.
Through that stress because I know it's expensive.
Now, the reason that I ask is that it's a very serious problem. Now, the concern is not the fact that you're going to die, because we're all going to die, right? But when we die, someone in our family has to face the funeral director immediately. And funeral directors these days require all or the bulk of the money up front on the spot before they start doing anything.
Yeah.
They at least want to know where the money's going to come from. Did you realize that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't realize that. So while your family's waiting for life insurance to come in, who has to take care of things in the meantime?
Probably, Julian.
Well, generally it's your family.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're either going to have to take their money out of savings, okay, or even worse yet, they might have to borrow. Okay, so Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So now what they've done is set up the Freedom of Choice certificate to take care of your final expenses. Now, if you qualify, you'll receive your own certificate that looks just like this. Okay. And so now they call it a freedom of choice because it's good at any funeral home. The way this works is that when something happens to you, someone in your family will take the certificate to any funeral home you choose, and when the funeral director looks at them and says, "I'm really sorry for your loss, how are you going to pay for Gloria's funeral?" At that point, whoever your family member is can say, "Gloria has the freedom of choice. Everything's taken care of." So, Gloria, in your case, they've set aside $15,000, okay, to take care of your funeral and final expenses.
Wow. Okay.
Now, what's not used at the funeral home gets sent to the beneficiary that you have listed, okay? Now, let me ask you, isn't it nice to know that this is finally taken care of for your family?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It is, right? So, the only exception is that when you die before age 65, it will typically be in some kind of an accident, right?
Yeah.
So, Gloria, when something happens to you in any type of an accident, not only will they immediately take care of your final expenses, but they're going to send your family an additional $60,000 to help you out during that time.
No way.
Now, when we die in an accident, what kind of an accident will it probably be?
I mean, it could be anything, like a car accident.
Right, a car accident. And in that case, what they're going to do is they're going to send an additional $60,000 to take care of your final expenses. And so when traveling on a common carrier, like a bus, plane, train, they'll send you an additional $150,000 to your family. So, the third problem, okay, that they're concerned with is your paycheck.
Yeah.
So, Gloria, you're on your way home from work, you get killed in an accident or pass away from a stroke or a heart attack. Is your paycheck going to keep coming to support, like your sister and your niece, as we discussed?
No.
Of course not. Your paycheck vanishes just like that. But taking care of the family, putting food on the table, paying the bills, those all stay pretty much the same, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so the bills keep coming in month after month, and your paycheck is gone. But let me ask you, you do have life insurance, right? Hopefully 700,000, 900,000, 10 times your annual income. Well, the union realizes that all members do have life insurance, but here's what happens in a typical situation when you die. Your family immediately has to start dipping into those funds, first to reimburse the burial, miscellaneous expenses, and then because your paychecks have stopped coming in, you have to keep dipping into your savings to pay the bill, put food on the table, and then a year or two later, what happens to all that money? Well, that's right. It's completely disappeared, right? It's gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So here's your paycheck protection or readjustment income.
Mm-hmm.
So when something happens to you, they're going to start sending your sister and your niece $2,100 every single month. Okay? And they're going to do this for a minimum of a full year. And now the reason that they chose a year is because you need a decent amount of time to adjust. A couple of months just isn't enough time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, what they're going to do in your case is that when you die, they're going to start sending your sister again the $2,100 every single month for any cause of death. Okay, so now when your family starts to receive this check every month, now that it's going to be helpful to them, right?
Yeah.
Of course it will. Now your sister will be in a position that when something does happen, she can take the money and get it invested in your niece's future, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like education or retirement. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so now this does build an emergency fund after 3 years. If things ever get tight financially, there will be some money to help take care of your program during that time so that you don't lose it. There are also paid up benefits, so when you retire, you can stop contributing to the program and keep the reduced paid up final expense benefit for the rest of your life. Pretty nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that feature. Um, And so, have you ever thought about what you'll do when you have, when and if you're ever diagnosed with a terminal illness?
No, I guess I just
Like, it's stuff we don't really ever think about.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
we don't spend a lot of time thinking about it, but American Income Life has put a lot of thought into it. And in fact, they realize that you're going to need a lot of cash. So when you're diagnosed with a terminal illness and not expected to live more than, say 6 months, they're going to send you half of the final expense of paycheck protection, and the other half will come to your family after you're gone.
Okay.
There is a strike and layoff clause so that you can't lose your program. And in fact, in the case of a union strike, they will take care of your insurance benefits for you up to a year. And you never have to pay it back. So, Gloria, even if you can't work just one day because of a strike, they will take care of your benefits not only for a week, but for the whole month.
Okay.
Okay, and layoffs, as long as you've been working for the past 12 months, they'll take care of your program for up to 3 months, and you never have to pay it back. Pretty nice, right? Also, the insurance benefits are guaranteed and non-cancelable, which means if you qualify, then no matter what happens in the future to your health, age, or habits, no one can ever take these away from you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so now I've showed you what setting aside 2 hours will do for you and your family. Let's review it to make sure that it's clear. Your accidental injury benefits are there for your family. Your freedom of choice certificate covers you and your needs for any kind of death, and is there until it needs to be used. Okay, your paycheck protection and all your protections on the side here. Make sure that no matter what happens moving forward, you never have to lose your benefits after today. Even if you change jobs, get very sick, or move. Again, can you see why these are so important for your family?
Yeah, no, really I do.
Yeah, they are. So now, my job, because of what your sister did for you, is to give you an opportunity to get enrolled in what you qualify for. And the best part is they set it up like a payroll deduction, but they do it once a month through your own checking account. And that way, you change jobs, you retire, you never have to worry about losing your insurance benefits because they are under your control, not your employer or your union. It's pretty nice, right?
Yeah, no, yeah.
So, Gloria, let's face it. I mean, we're all going to die. We don't have a choice. Either we deal with this now or someone in our immediate family will have to deal with it when something happens. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now you'll have to answer some medical questions to see if you can even qualify, but probably the most important question I need to ask you is that when something happens to you in a bad car wreck, there'll be a little over $150,000. Who do you want that money to go to?
I want that money to go to my niece.
Oh, okay, great. So now it doesn't make a difference to them which program you try to qualify for. Most families try to qualify for their 2 hours combined, which is what I went over with you. Some families ask if they can do more to set aside more for their family and double their benefits. Or sometimes members choose a more basic program just to get started, and they know they'll upgrade down the road, provided that they still qualify. Which way do you want to go?
I'll just do take my 2 hours and just do that. I'll try to do that.
Okay. So the monthly amount will process every month on today's date. I can also make it for any day between now and the next 12 days. Is there a particular date between the 10th and the 22nd that you'd like for it to process?
I'd rather it start as soon as possible, so on the 10th.
Okay. So I am going to need a voided check. We'll probably have to do a swab.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll need your driver's license. Okay.
Yeah.
So now that we've got that taken care of, your policies will arrive within the next 4 to 8 weeks. Once you've been permanently qualified and accepted, you'll have that coverage for the rest of your life. Now, these are some of the paid up values, monthly income amounts, total face amounts explained. They're going to be explained in the policies. I'm going to set this up in your folder with the service number. Okay. Now, there are 5 things that can happen during the qualification process that I want to explain to you. You might be declined, in which case they send everything back to you. You might have a rating to offset the risk of pre-existing conditions, but great news, you're qualifying standard for someone with your condition. You can do the rating and keep the benefits the same, or do the same amount, set up today, and decrease the benefits slightly. Okay, they might send out a nurse for a no-cost physical, check your height, weight, blood pressure, and at your convenience. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll qualify for the program standard. So I just want you to know we're extremely service-oriented, so someone is going to call to ensure your satisfaction with the enrollment process, and they may ask you some of the same questions I did, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
So this is your service file with all your important papers.
Okay.
It needs to be kept in a safe place here at home, and that's pretty much it. We just have to sign these documents on the e-app. So the next part is very important. Other than affordability, or because this covers everything in one, what are the top 3 reasons you have to have these insurance benefits?
I mean, it's for the future, obviously. I'm at that time where, like, I want to retire comfortably, and if anything happens, I don't want to be a burden, you know?
Right, and you're doing it young, which
Yeah,
is great.
exactly.
I think a lot of people wait
Yeah, no, I don't want to
till
wait.
they're older, so I think it's really great that you're doing this while you're young. So we're all finished. You finally have all this taken care of. You can finally take this off your checklist. So how do you feel?
I feel good. Like, this is a very grown-up thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
congratulations. It's
Thank
important
you.
for you to understand that now that you have this, you should never lose it. If anything ever needs to change or
Mhm.
you need help, call the service number.
Okay.
Please make sure to let your family and friends know that I'll be contacting them, okay? I'll also call you in the next week to say hello.
Okay. Yeah.
So have an awesome day.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
nice to meet you.
Yeah.